Hey everybody, Logan from Big Mouth Announcing here. What's going on? This week's Big Mouth Announcing tech tip is how to put a speaker with a mixer and make it work and sound good. What you can do is you can plug it directly into the speaker from your music source or from a microphone source, but it doesn't sound as good. So you want to use a mixer with it to make it, sound beautiful is the best way I can put it. I know guys at some events where they just plug into the speaker and go, and it sounds like crap. There's no sound quality. It's very hard to work with because you have to work with the knobs on the back of the speaker when you could just have a mixer right there in front of you and you can turn the knobs instead of having to go to each individual speaker and make the adjustments. So use a mixer with it, spend a little extra money, and it will go a long way. So again, we're going to show you how to tie together a mixer and a speaker with music and microphone today. Hopefully it helps you all out. When I started this whole thing, there was really no YouTube videos out there in layman terms on how to do things, put this stuff together. I had to figure it out all by myself. I actually ended up going to my local music shop, Straight Music, and Patrick and the crew over there took the time and showed me the basics of what to do, and I couldn't thank them enough. I still thank them all the time. They're great people. They do repair all my speakers, and I still pick up my gear from them. So support your local music shop, y'all. And so they showed me what to do after trying to figure it out, and now I think I've got pretty much everything all squared away. So hey, as always, thanks for hanging out with me on my Big Mouth Announcing channel. If you want to follow us, subscribe, like us, whatever, that's awesome. We're also on Instagram at Big Mouth Logan or Big Mouth Announcing, on the Facebooks, and also on the Twitter. So show some support our way. We love it, and we'll keep on bringing you guys rocking and rolling content for the YouTubes. Thanks, y'all. So here we are in the Big Mouth Announcing Research Lab, which is also known as my kitchen. We're going to show you how to do a setup of plugging a mixer from an iPod, from a music source into a speaker, working with a Surface, a Microsoft Surface, with Pandora playing some Dropkick Murphys radio today, which is awesome. With a small, I think it's called a Xenia 502 mixer. It's very basic. And then, of course, a QSC K8 speaker. We'll go over the speaker first, then we'll go over the mixer, and of course the tablet, and then we'll just make it all together, put it all together. So for this, again, it's QSC K8. It's one of the more top of the line speakers. Sounds awesome. This is our smaller version of the outdoor stuff. They make a K8, a K10, a K12. They also make a bunch of subwoofers and huge, massive speakers. But for what we're doing here, we'll just use a K8. It's a real nice, small, and it sounds awesome inside the Big Mouth Announcing Research Lab. So easy peasy, you plug in the blue end cable. Almost every QSC speaker, if you buy it brand new, comes with a blue end electric cable. You just plug that right into the back. It's real easy. You match the blue with the blue, can't go wrong. And then you can just turn it on. When you turn it on, I'll turn it off for you actually right here. You'll see the lights right here flicker. And when it goes to blue, at the bottom, so there's a red one, a green one, and then the blue one. The blue one is what you want to see. That means you're ready to go with power. When it comes to your settings on your speaker, you always want to make sure your mic line is up. You want to make sure, for what we're doing, which is we MC a lot, so we want to have our vocal boost up. And then here, this gives you an option of adding more bass. It gives you a deep option, a normal option, and an external sub. I don't use external subs, so I just don't even have to worry about that. So I just put it on deep. Sometimes when I'm using, if I'm playing like a techno song that has a ton of bass to it, I don't use the K8. I use a bigger speaker because it can't handle the bass that you want to hear, as well as the bigger speakers. So keep that in mind. You'll notice how we have a plug here and actually I'll just unplug it, make it a little easier. When you're looking at a QSC, K8, K10, K12, I was taught to split it right down the middle and only use one side or the other when you're using a mixer. So you split it right down the middle. I always use the left side. So when we're plugging our mixer into our speaker, which is going to be this cable right here, it ends with a male XLR cable. You plug the XLR cable into the back and get in there. There you go. So now we have a cable that connects our speaker to our mixer. And the mixer is real simple. All you have to do is plug it in. It does not have an on-off switch, or this model doesn't because this is real small and condensed. You plug it in from the back. Let's see here. You plug it in from the back, and then you'll see this blue light light up. That means you've got power. These two right here, this and this, these are your main outs, meaning you want to connect this to a speaker. So the left goes that way and the right goes that way, obviously, but you can use either one. And if you're putting out more than one speaker and you have one to the left or to the right, you can plug this one to the left into one speaker, and then you can plug the bottom one into another speaker. So you can go, if you have to do like a like pan to the right or pan to the left, if that's something you're going to be needing to do, this is a good option for you. We're plugging directly right into the speaker via this little cable. It starts with, this plug is called 1 1/4 inch. You're going to have to start with 1 1/4 inch, and then for this case, it ends with the male XLR cable. In order to get music out of the tablet into this, you need to connect the tablet to the mixer. Very simple, very analog. You'll see down here at the tablet, little plug right there. It's like I think it's called 1/8 inch plug or something like that. I can't remember, but plugs right into there. All listening devices have a plug. With the newer iPhones, they have that little rectangle one that you have to get an adapter for, which is a pain in the ass. But with all like iPods or regular laptops, or heck, even Apple and stuff like that, you have the easy plug to use. When it comes to the other end of it, you have a red end and a white end. These are 1 1/4 inch as well. So you're gonna plug your red. This is the way I taught myself. You have a left and a right plug, left and right. Okay. So what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to have it balanced. Well, the way I figured it is R stands for red, so I always plug the red into the R, and whatever I have left over, which is only one, I only have one option, I plug that into the other. Let's see if we get you in there. There you go. Pow. Right there. Next you'll notice, next you'll notice this plug right here. This plugs in to a microphone. This is an XLR cable. It goes from a male end to a female end. It's really simple to remember that because there's only one way to put this in, and that's the male end. If you don't have one with a male end and you have one with 1 1/4 inch end, you can plug the 1 1/4 inch into here instead of using this this male end here. Real easy on that one. The knobs on this, very simple. We have master. You have to have this turned up for anything to work. And then we're going to use music here. There's 2 music options. You'll notice there's another set right here of plugs. We're not using those today, but for what our purpose, this one or this set of plugs goes with this knob here. And then for the microphone, it's already kind of labeled. It makes it a whole lot easier. The microphone is right there. Boom, boom. So you just focus on that. Now, in order to get everything going on a QSC, very powerful speaker, so be careful when firing it up. Cool thing about a QSC, when you're turning the knob, because again we split it in half and we're only dealing with the left hand side, when you click the knob it has like sections in it, so you can go, we call it clicks, so you can go 1 click, 2 click, 3 click, 4 click. When I'm working at an outdoor event, I really only need to go up 4 clicks. But since we're inside the Big Mouth Announcing Research Lab, we're only going to go up 1 click because I don't want to blow the house windows out, or I don't want to freak out my dog, which might be the case. So right now we've got power, we have it turned up, it's connected, all the settings are correct. Our mixer is working. Our mixer is hooked in to the speaker and also to the tablet. So right now, let's see, we're gonna play. We'll play some Dropkick Murphys radio. This is actually a band called the Real Mackenzies that's playing on it, and I absolutely love the Real Mackenzies. Okay, so in order to get this thing working, of course, we know we've got power to the speaker. We have it up 1 click. Turn your master up. I usually just do what I call a quarter value, turn it to 9 o'clock. And of course, this is our music that we're dealing with, so you have to turn the music up. Let's see how well we did with that. So you're going to hear some music coming out of it. If you need it, right now we've got it pretty much maxed out on the mixer. If you got to turn it up more and you're already maxed out, turn it all the way down. Come back over to your speaker, turn your speaker up one more click. And then come back and turn the music up. And that's a lot. Like right now, I'm at 9 o'clock and I'm already much louder than I was before. Yep, so there we go with that. That's how, well, let's turn it down before I start yelling. That's how it all turns out with the music. You want to turn your mic on? Easy peasy. You already have your master on. Just turn your microphone up a little bit. Grab your microphone. Make sure if it has an on-off switch, some do, some do not. Just turn it on and you can talk into it like I'm talking to you right now. That's right, that's right. 1, 2, check with the big mouth announcing check. Woohoo! You'll see how that just worked out. You can turn it up a lot more. If you need to put some power into it, you can turn the gain up. We'll talk about that at another time. But that's how you plug a music source into a mixer, into a speaker. Now, real quick, I'm going to show you how to plug that into that without using that. And it's real quick. I do this only in emergencies. I do not like the way it sounds compared to using a mixer. Using a mixer is so much louder and so much clearer. And for what we use it at Big Mouth Announcing, you almost always need to have a mixer. So when doing this, of course, we're going to turn it all the way back down. We're going to power it off for safety reasons, and we're going to unplug the connector from the mixer to the speaker. Now watch this. Check this out. You'll see these two little holes right here. Actually, we're not even going to use those little holes. We'll use that one right there. Check this out. We're unplugging. Sorry for the video. We just unplugged the two cables that were plugged into the tablet. Now we're just going to take one of these. I usually use red because I just like the red color. And it just slides right into that. Plugs right in. Now, since we're on the right side, we're going to use the right side knob. So, of course, we'll turn that back on. Wait for the blue light. Blue light, blue light, blue light. There's the blue light. Now, we'll use, I still have music playing. And you can barely hear it, but when I turn this up, this is going to be one click. See? Already. So what you're going to do is, all you have to do, again, plugs into right there, and you follow the cable, which is the cable's right here, and it plugs right into the back of the speaker. So you can go from, if you have like a little iPod or something, you can just tape the little iPod to the side of this and run a cable to it for like an independent speaker if you need to do that. You can also plug a microphone into it. You can take your end, because we just had that right there, take it out. You can plug it into the left side. Turn the left side up. See if we get any, yeah. So you can use that independently. So again, if you need to do a one speaker setup, you can get away with it. You can actually daisy chain them, just speakers, to each other without using a mixer. But again, it sounds so poor, or it doesn't sound as well. And it's a lot more work when it comes to having to make adjustments and so on and so forth. But yeah, so that's how we work it here at Big Mouth Announcing. Sorry if it went a little quick or is a little bit confusing, but you know what the cool thing about YouTube is that you can just go back and rewind it and find out where you need to go. But this is how it all ties in, and there's a lot more into it, especially when you're using a bigger mixer. Some events we use up to 20, 25 speakers, and we have daisy chains and delays. You can't really do a delay with that little mixer, but that's another topic for another day. But again, guys, gals, thanks for checking it out. If you have any questions or comments, just post them below, and we'll try and get back to you in a timely manner with some answers if we've got them. Again, y'all, we appreciate you. Thank you.